from the historic hand building in St. Paul, it's the Haberdasher's Couch. I'm Kendrick, inviting you to the show, starring Heimie and Keith, featuring Todd Walker, also featuring Amy Charlo. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Heimie.
Happy Fashion Friday and welcome to another show of the Haberdasher's Couch, where you don't have to pay somebody to listen to you.
Dude, that was quick. That was like a super fast. What that?
We're back. It seems like just yesterday we were doing the same thing because we do the same thing every day here, folks.
No.
We supply you with fabrics from London. We provide you with fabrics from Italy. We provide you from the finest fabrics around the world. We do it every single freaking day.
You're moving a little too fast, man.
I'm super impressed with the style of Bella that you got going on here.
See that?
That is a wonderful check.
Look at the
beautiful check.
Look at the melting, right?
So can you hold this up for the viewers,
I
Keith?
sure
Just
can.
tell us a little bit about your approach to this and the fact that you get matching pants. Linen.
So we're heading into spring. I think it's a spring day because it's 50, 100 degrees outside. And again, beautiful colors. We have to have
one-of-a-kinders.
We have to have happy clothes.
Yes.
So this is part of the collection that we did out of our Style Biella book. So you can get either the linen or cotton in a aqua brown.
Nice.
But it is a travel linen.
Yeah.
So what they did with it is it doesn't wrinkle. So it's a loose weave, sort of a mini check. And so I made this for one of our clients.
Snazzy.
And so it's really, really pretty snazzy.
So we're heading towards spring.
Yes.
And all we're saying is it's time to think spring fabrics. We've got these new books in here that you can peruse through. Keith is here, Julie's here. We're all here to help you out. Come on down and see us.
And weddings.
And
Sorry to
weddings.
interject.
Yeah, 'cause you got
This
weddings
is a great
to be
time
able
to
It's
come
a
in
great
and check
time
us out.
to do the weddings.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Awesome.
joining us. We'll see you next week.
Hey everybody, it's Todd About Town, Todd Walker, with entertainment, travel, and more. Hey Todd, what's new?
Happy Friday. I'm here again with Todd Walker, Todd About Town. And it's Friday. It's time to figure out what the heck is happening in this big city of ours. And Todd, we're opening up here with this, with 4 or 5 new restaurants that you found. And some are local and some are in Minneapolis.
Well, we're responding to some of you that have watched the segments, and I had 2, maybe a third person that said, there's all these new restaurants opening up, and I see on your social media you go there, but where are they and what's happening? And I thought, well, let's respond, and we'll talk about some of the restaurants. So
is a Zamboni something that goes around the ice? And is that why it's called Zamboni Pizzas? Because it's across from the XL Energy Center?
This is one quick guy.
Is that?
How you ever put that together?
But, I mean, I didn't know if Zamboni was like, because it could be a guy's last name in Italy. I have no idea.
Well, that was really quick of me. I mean, how you put the 2 and 2 together.
I don't know.
So Zamboni's
on 7th.
Zamboni's, if you're familiar with it, it's owned by Greg Iwata, and he had a pizza place that would be really, really great pizza. And actually, my favorite item on the menu is the gyro, and the gyro is fantastic. So he got together with Tim Mahoney, who owns the Loon in Minneapolis and in St. Paul. And when the space came opened up, that used to be Eagle Street, if anybody was familiar with Eagle
Was that
Street.
little sliver of a pizza place, and they had gyro, maybe some Greek lamb or whatever?
Yeah, it was great.
Okay, yeah.
And so they decided they went from this little sliver of a place with a counter to a massive restaurant that they completely basically redid the space in a beautiful way. It looks fantastic. They've done a great job. The food is great. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to show it, but Kendrick, I sent him.
We'll show some pictures.
I sent him a video too of the space, so you could kind of get an idea what the space looked like inside. So it's great food, great owners, and it's a total refresh. So it's what's once was old is new again, and it's great.
I had a slice of pizza from there a while back.
It's great.
Great sauce.
Yeah,
Wonderful sauce.
great sauce.
I traveled. There's a little touch of Irish happening in St. Paul again, huh? Is this St. Paul at Paulie's Pub and Grill?
Paulie's Pub and Grill is on the far end of Selby Avenue.
Okay.
So if you go all the way down Selby, past Snelling, and you're heading towards like where the old Blue Door pub used to be. And on the left-hand side, it's been a couple different things, and then interestingly enough, one of the owners of the formerly of Eagle Street, right across the street here, where we just were mentioning that Zambonis and 7th is, Joe Castle went in there with our former Winter Carnival King Boreas, and the two of them, Jimmy Flaherty, put together an Irish place called, I think you've met Jim Flaherty before, put together an Irish place called Polly's, and it is just a pub. It is a good old-fashioned pub. If you're looking for a place to belly up to the bar and have a couple cocktails and eat some cheese curds and have a burger, they do it well. And so that's a new place as well. I think a lot of this has been because there's been such a reaction to so many closings on Grand Avenue. With the
There really has been.
Tavern on Grand closing, Salute closing, you know, Pottery Barn's gone, Lululemon's gone.
I am just amazed at the transformation of retail up there. It's crazy.
There's nothing.
Nothing. It's going. It's
I mean,
crazy.
there's just literally
it's
is
spooky.
nothing.
Yeah.
And you're a retailer. What do you think? Do you think things will? I mean, how would you
Well, everything is on a cycle. We've been here for 20 years, in downtown for 100 years, and we've been through ups and downs. But there's definitely, people are more interested, I think, in spending money on food nowadays because it's accessible, it's immediate. And they can budget that in for maybe once a week. But,
Well, the problem, I did WCCO radio on Sunday night. I hosted a radio show, and I had the chairman of the Grand Avenue Business Association, and all those buildings that are up there, they're owned by the Ohio Teachers Credit Union. So this isn't even a sliver of the amount of and it's a billion dollar credit union, and so they have these properties, so they have no local interest of what's going on, and Mayor Carter and Rebecca Naker, who is the council person up there, haven't helped out the Grand Avenue Business Association, so you've got a group of volunteers that are trying to, to be advocates for this street, and it's just not working, and the mayor isn't pitching in, and neither is council person.
It's a tough
So it's
time.
very sad.
Get out there and support retail and restaurants. Malcolm Yards in Minneapolis.
Yeah, Malcolm Yards is right by Surly Brewing Company, and if you haven't been over to that little quadrant, I can remember back when I used to work even at Hubbard Broadcasting. That was just a field. If you remember that whole area, but there was nothing back there. It's off of University Avenue and like behind past Hubbard Broadcasting and off to the right.
Absolutely.
And now it's you go back there
and you know it's
there's not even there's very little land that has not been developed.
It's kind of a neat little pocket.
Apartment buildings and all those kind of things. And then Malcolm Yards is just a very successful food hall, and they reinvent themselves by bringing in new vendors, and now they've just introduced two new concepts. One of them is Revival, which there's one on Selby, and then I think there's one in Minneapolis location, and now they've opened up an outpost in Malcolm Yards with some great items, and you're probably looking at some of the pictures right now of the food that they serve.
So Revival, smoked jumbo wings, sweet chili pork.
I had those today.
Oh, nice.
Those
barbecued pork shoulders.
Really great meat, and then next to it is Mr. Paul's Supper Club, and they have a location on 50th and France in Edina, and he's opened up once again a small outpost where they have this great Southern style cooking, and you can see some of the things on the menu there.
And traditionally too, food halls, just general concepts like that are so hard to keep going, right? And it's good to hear that they're doing a good job and that things are going well. So, and then let's go back to St. Paul just for a second. Talk Smorgies right across from the XL Energy. They just built that apartment complex.
You might be
There's
familiar.
two restaurants underneath.
Yeah, you might be familiar with Apostle. That's under the apartment building, and then the hotel has a space on the lower level, and that is called Hoagie's. I'm sorry, Smorgies. And I'm going to actually try it out tonight. I'm going over. They've invited me to come over and have some of the menu items.
11 a.m. to 1 a.m.
Oh my gosh! Can you imagine
It's
that?
going to be the only
Oh,
place you can
my
get after
gosh.
bar food in
you
the
imagine?
Twin Cities. You know, on
11
their
a.m.
menus,
to
we're
1
talking.
a.m.
I don't see anything over $10 on this.
Tell me some of the things on the menu.
I mean,
haven't been.
it's crazy. Pickled fries for $10, French onion dip, salmon dip, onion rings, salads. They have 3 types of salads, $8 to $10.
Downtown
You
St.
should
Paul?
have like 3 things.
Wow.
Well, yeah,
And they have like a great
That's it.
happy hour, I guess?
Yeah.
So so I'll let you know what it's like. So I'm going to try it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle Carl's chicken, breaded fried chicken breast with a spicy St. Paul sauce and smoked Gouda with fries for $12.
I know. It's super
So,
inexpensive.
you know,
It's bizarre to me.
that is
That they can
crazy.
afford to do that.
Tell me about the Apostle.
The Apostle's a good restaurant. I haven't been since like the opening, but
okay.
they've like larger items, it's more of it's a supper club.
Okay.
And it has really interesting decor inside, so it's nice.
Cool. Well, go out and check out these new places. If you have any questions or concerns, no concerns, but just questions, you can visit our show, and then we'll have the postings to the websites to get to these places. Todd, thanks again. Nice to
Sure.
see you. Nice to have you back in town. We'll see you next week.